Hi everyone, I'm Kathy Beck and welcome to the Mayor Show. Today on the Mayor Show, we'll be talking to Mayor Fred Smith, who served on the City Council for the past 8 years. We'll talk to him about some of the past projects that he's worked on, as well as ongoing developments and what's in store for the future of Buena Park. Stay tuned as we talk to him about what's going on in the city on the Mayor Show. Mayor Fred Smith is a lifelong resident and business owner in the City of Buena Park. With 2 terms of service on the City Council, 2016 is his second seat as the mayor. Over the past 8 years, Mayor Fred Smith has been involved with much of the new growth in the City of Buena Park. Apart from his duties as the mayor, he also currently sits as a commissioner on the Orange County Sanitation District and is a board member of the Association of California Cities Orange County. Mr. Mayor, thank you so much for meeting with us.
Well, you're quite welcome, and it's an honor and a privilege to be the mayor of Buena Park.
So let's get into some of the past projects that you've been working on as a council member, mayor for the past 8 years.
Yes. Well, some of the things that I'm most proud of is our stage that we pull around to the different parks, Silverado Days, any of the events that we have, concert in the park. We bought a large, about a 35 or 40-foot stage, and it's all portable, all folds out, has a complete sound system, lighting system, and it just makes any of the events we take it to and use it at just a better place and a better event.
And what about the 7-Eleven store that we were discussing earlier?
Well, the 7-Eleven store is quite an add to the corner where Merv's on the corner of Crescent and Western. The building had been actually abandoned for about 2 or 3 years, and it was sitting next to a older liquor store that needed a lot of repair. And we actually had developers come into town and buy the property and redevelop it. And it's just something to make Buena Park a better looking place.
Yeah. And also, you've been part of the design committee for the plaza at the Ehlers Event Center. Tell us more about that.
Well, we have probably the best thing we got there is our new shade structure. We had an outdoor stage which was in disrepair, needed to be replaced. It was actually unsafe, and we put basically a shade structure over the top of it and brought it right up to date. It's really enjoyable. We have outdoor weddings there now. We have the youth theater puts on entertainment out there. And of course, all of our different events that we do there are just great because we actually have lighting inside, and we added 2 new bathrooms, and the gardening around everything there in the park is just very, very luscious underneath that shade structure. So it makes it a happening place to go to.
It is. I mean, we've been there, and that area is just modern, state-of-the-art, the whole tenting. It's really, really nice.
Yes, it's something that we needed for a long time, and it was quite an investment, but it'll probably last 40, 50 years. So we're very proud of it, and we just hope we get more things going on and we keep it busy all the time.
Let's talk about some of the ongoing projects that have been in the works recently. Can you tell us a little bit about the homeless project that the city is working on?
Well, right now we've partnered up with the county, and we've actually hired 2 outside firms to actually interview all the homeless people here in Buena Park. Homeless is a problem not just in Buena Park, but everywhere. And we're trying to tackle it in a way that's more humane. We're actually interviewing all the homeless here in the city and trying to find out what their needs are, how to get them back on their feet. A lot of them don't know they have benefits coming. And so we actually interview them, do a background, and find out if they're sick, if they're mentally unstable, or just down and out for a while. And so we basically try to rehabilitate them. And we also hired 2 new police officers just for the homeless to educate the homeless and help them, and educate all the businesses here in the city to help them deal with the homeless. Because a lot of people are actually scared of them, and most of them are harmless people, just they have problems. And we're trying to solve that, or at least keep it down to where it's manageable.
Wow, that's really great that the city is doing so much to help them.
Well, all the council, all 5 of us, we voted unanimously to spend some money, hire the new police officers, and do a background on everybody that's homeless here in the city to try to help them.
What about some of the businesses that opened here in Buena Park, such as Orchard Hardware Supply, Aldi?
Well, Orchard is fantastic. In fact, this weekend, I actually sent my son down. He come in from out of town, and he went down and bought a bunch of plants from there and planted them. They're great. And of course, they're guaranteed if they should die within the first year, they'll replace them.
Oh,
So
didn't know that.
they're great. It's very handy for a lot of people. It was an old supermarket that basically was too small for a supermarket, and then a drugstore next door. And they bought the whole building, remodeled it, really brought it up to date. And the store's busy all the time, and they've got some great prices. They have just about anything you need for your household repairs, so that's wonderful here. We needed one on that edge of town. And then, of course, in Aldi's, right across the street. It's kind of an unbelievable market. It's not real large, but they all have all those specialty things that you might want to buy, They're a lot like the other store. There's another store that's
Trader Joe's.
Trader Joe's. In fact, I think they're related in some way. And of course, we have one too close to Buena Park, so they wouldn't put a Trader Joe here. So we got Aldi, which is basically the same thing. And the vegetables and fruits that are there, and all the canned goods, milk. They actually have prepared dinners. You have to bring your own bag, so it's kind of green there. But it's a great place to shop, and luckily, in fact, I happen to have a bag that we used. We went shopping, and I actually loaned this to the city clerk, and she went shopping there after I told her the great deals, and then she brought it back and put it on my desk. But yes, everybody loves it.
That's great. Let's talk about some of the other developments around town, such as Jamboree Housing, City Ventures.
Jamboree project that we have here in town. In fact, at Clark Common, we actually just won a big award over there. It's one of the large projects. In fact, I got it here on my desk. I just got to pick it up last Thursday.
It's a beautiful award.
Oh, isn't that great? I'm so proud of it. In fact, I'm going to keep it clean myself. I'm going to shine it all up and everything. Yes, the project was actually affordable housing, and we won the best affordable housing of the year. So we're very proud of that. When you drive by there, it's just a gorgeous place, and they're about 2 months away from actually completing the project, and I can't hardly wait till it opens up. Because, before it was an old rundown shopping center, hard to get into, kind of built kind of strange compared to what the street was. Now it's just gorgeous.
What about some of the other developments on Beach Boulevard, such as the Butterfly Pavilion that's expected to open, Porto's, Rock and Brews that just opened, the Source? Tell us about all of those projects.
Kathy, it's always a beautiful day in Buena Park. How about us taking a ride down the street, and we'll take a look at some of these projects that are going on right now.
Sure, that sounds great. Let's go.
Let's go.
So here we are, Fred, in front of the Wax Museum, the future Butterfly Pavilion. Can we talk more about that?
Well, yes, we're about ready to break ground and have our groundbreaking ceremony here pretty quick. So we're really getting excited here in the city of Buena Park.
So there's going to be a lot of butterflies, right?
Well, there's going to be a lot of butterflies, but there's also going to be a lot of hummingbirds too. So there's a lot of things going on. They're going to have some fish in there. They're going to have a lot of things to keep everybody busy.
Oh, can't wait. It's going to be an awesome place for children to come and visit.
Well, not only children. Well, maybe I'm a big kid.
Adults
so, yeah,
too.
adults too. I think everybody's going to really enjoy it.
Yeah, and right behind us is Rock and Brews, and across the street, Porto's happening next year, or actually this year.
This year,
Yeah,
yes.
We did the groundbreaking, and it was just as windy that day, I remember.
I think every time we meet on a
It's
groundbreaking,
windy.
it's windy. So yes, I'm very happy. Of course, Rocking Brew is a big success here in Buena Park. And I think just about everybody's been there. If they haven't, they've got to go there to Rock and Brew. It's a happening place.
So coming down Beach Boulevard, I actually saw all this construction happening. Tell us what's going on here.
Well, we're actually, our new theme of Beach Boulevard, our entertainment corridor here, we're redoing it. In fact, it's all going to look just alike. It's going to be the first time in the history of our city that it actually matches from one end to the other. It's always been very hard to do anything with Beach Boulevard because it always belonged to the state. And when I was mayor about 4 years ago, I actually was the one that got the sign and buy Beach Boulevard. So now we have more control over Beach Boulevard, and we're actually going to make it like it's part of Buena Park instead of a big highway going through Buena Park.
Wow, so there's going to be more trees, more lighting.
There's going to be more everything. The trees and the lighting are just marvelous. In fact, we've got a lot of the trees done now. So if you haven't been down Beach Boulevard, that's the place to drive right now. We've got a lot of it lit up and it's gorgeous.
Wow, that's really, really exciting. Can't wait to see all the wonderful improvements made. And speaking of Beach Boulevard, where exactly does it begin?
Well, actually, it begins at the south end of town, about Stanton Avenue, where Stanton and Beach actually come together there. It starts there, and it goes north all the way up to about almost to Rosecrans. So it's, in fact, we're going to talk a little bit about the north end of Beach Boulevard and how successful some of our shopping centers have been up there. Village Circle is unbelievable.
And the entertainment corridor, where does that start and begin?
That actually starts at La Palma, or actually at really Crescent, where Knott's Berry Farm begins, and goes all the way to the 91 freeway.
And right there, there's a huge building called the Source, right?
Yes, the Source is probably going to be the most outstanding shopping center in Buena Park. Right now it's got about a 7 or 8-story office building, and shopping, dining, movie theaters, actually live entertainment on the walls. They're going to have eateries. We walk through it, it's gorgeous.
Fred, I think people are curious. Should we head on over there?
Hey, let's go over there.
So we are here with Katie Wanamaker, and she's the VP of Property Management and Government Affairs for MD Properties. Katie, tell us about some of the recent developments here at the Source.
Well, I'm excited to tell everybody that very soon we'll be doing a soft opening. We'll have our CVG 40 cinema, which will have 8 different theaters that'll allow the consumer to come in and experience something in actual 4D. So it'll be a really fun experience. They'll also have a dining and beverage option.
So Fred, what do you think?
Well, I just can't hardly wait for it to open. We've been here quite a long time. We've created a very nice relationship with Katie Wanamaker. We now call her the boss of the applesauce.
I heard.
Yes, and we're waiting for it to open. It looks great. Every time we walk in here, there's changes. It's just a marvelous place to be. It makes you feel good just to walk around.
I agree, Katie. You guys did such a wonderful job. It looks so modern, exciting for it to open. And should we go inside to check out some of the office space?
Oh, yeah, I'm really excited to show it to you. Anyone that wants to come in and rent an office there, would be truly a spectacular experience.
Wow, Katie, so we're just outside. It was quite windy, and look at the inside of this place. Amazing.
These are our office areas in here. We have just moved in here recently, a few months ago, and we're working on our build out right now. We're about 70% done. This is our large conference room. And you can see anybody that may come in here and rent offices, they can anticipate and expect spectacular views and a very, very good working environment.
Speaking of views, Fred, you won't mind working here, right?
I think this is actually going to be my office. I'm hoping. We'll move the city hall down here.
Let's move you down here.
Yes, looking outside at the view, it's just marvelous. On the north side of town, we have the Village Circle, which is another success story here in Buena Park. In fact, it's such a nice day out today. Let's take a ride and take a look at that.
All right, let's go check it out.
Okay.
Well, Fred, here we are at Village Circle.
Yes, it is. It's the north end of Buena Park, and this is probably the busiest shopping center in Buena Park here at Village Circle. We have a lot of new stores here. As you look out in the parking lot, it's full all the time. And we're just so proud that we have such a success here at this shopping center.
Yeah, and I live pretty close by here. Any Friday, Saturday, it's just packed. I mean, all these stores and the market. And in fact, we're standing in front of 85C Bakery and Cafe. It's a pretty popular bakery to go and try pastries. Should we go inside and check it out?
Well, I'm ready. I've been here before, and I've really enjoyed myself. So let's go inside and grab a cup of tea.
Sounds good.
Thank you. Let's go.
So here we are, Fred, inside 85. It's hustling and bustling. We're sitting in front of some really great pastries. Wow, look at this cake, Fred.
Wow, I wish it was my birthday.
Everything looks so yummy and delicious, and here to tell us more about the pastries is Jose, the store manager. Hello, Jose.
Hi, I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. So tell us more about the pastries.
Well, what we have in here is our top sellers that we have for 85. Basically, in here is our brioche. This is our choco brioche, our marble taro, our coffee bread, and of course some delicious. I believe this one it's sisal coffee.
My favorite.
Yes.
Fred is actually drinking green tea.
Green tea, our regular mountain green tea, which is good. We have it hot or cold.
So how's business going, Jose?
So far since we opened, sales have been going up and up. This community is really great. Customers always, as you can see outside, is always full. So we like this community, and this place is pretty good too.
Great. Thank you so much, Jose, and we wish you a lot of success and luck in the future.
All right.
Well, Fred, that's it for the Mayor Show. Thank you so much for telling us about so many of the upcoming projects that the city is working on. Thank you. Do you have any closing remarks before we go?
Well, the food's great here, but don't forget, every day is a beautiful day in Buena Park.
I agree. I agree. Well, that's it for the Mayor Show. I'm your host, Kathy Beck. We'll see you next time.